Rob Grimes with the IFBTA, and I'm very pleased this afternoon to be with Fortinet, who is our newest global industry partner, and also with Court Radke, the CISO for retail. So welcome, Court.
Thanks, Rob. Thanks for having me.
So before we get started, I learned something about you today, that you actually come from the restaurant industry.
I do.
So do you want to give us a little bit about your background in restaurants and how that actually led you to going to Fortinet?
Yeah, absolutely. So for the last 10 years or so, I was in the restaurant industry. So I held a various number of positions, from network engineer to managing network security and architecture for some major restaurant brands in America. And I think the being in that industry, I saw the technology behind it. And before I worked in the restaurant industry, I never knew how much technology actually it took to run a restaurant. So it opened my eyes a little bit. And so to come into this side of the house, being one of the major partners, integrators that we worked with, I knew it was going to be a good fit, and I knew I'd be able to continue to use that, as I'll note it many times, the voice of the customer. And I knew I'd be able to continue to use that in my role here to help continue that in the restaurant industry.
Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about Fortinet?
Yeah.
I'm not going to make the assumption that everybody in the industry knows Fortinet. So
no, and that's true. And that's the interesting statement about that is, for a company that's been around for almost 20 years and has deployed twice as many firewalls as our next competitor out there, you'd be surprised at how many times I get that of who is Fortinet. And I think for those of that kind of know who Fortinet is, they think of Fortinet as the firewall company or the security company, and they'd be right, because we do deploy firewalls. We are a cybersecurity company at heart. But I think that what they'll find is when they dig deeper into it, Fortinet does a lot more than that. Security, network enablement, cloud. We do a lot of different things, and truly a leader in the evolution of cybersecurity. Having been the most deployed firewall technology out there, the most validated, the most patented, and we also have the broadest portfolio out there, which sometimes becomes a running joke, but it's something that we and I take pride in.
So when you were at your previous employer, were you there actually when they chose Fortinet as their provider, or were they there before you?
Both. So that's how long they've been in the retail and restaurant industry for a while now. They were one of the the first major firewall companies to really make a niche there and kind of specialize in it. So when I came on board, they were already there. But during my time, I went through two thorough analysis and evaluations of different products for our restaurant technology suite, and both times came back to Fortinet as the winner. Having vetted out 5 to 10 each time, it came back to Fortinet each time. So both.
Well, I think 10 years, is obviously a long period of time in any industry, for somebody today. And so you got there, Fortinet was already there. And then over time, they expanded their relationship with your previous employer. Was that because you guys found new things that you needed, or was it because Fortinet was adding new products and services that the industry needed?
I think the company was definitely an innovator. Where I worked, we'd like to push the envelope, and there weren't a lot of companies that could keep up with that. And I think what Fortinet did was, and they still continue to do, is build solutions to solve customer challenges and not rest on laurels. They're a cybersecurity company. We are a cybersecurity company at heart, but we're also an innovation and engineering company at heart. So when there's a problem that restaurateurs have, Fortinet is one of the first to work with that customer to build those solutions. So it's both. When I was there, we had multiple challenges. We were deploying a brand new POS technology. We were deploying a brand new point of personalized sale, digital kiosks. We were launching new mobile apps. We were doing multiple things, and we needed a technology company that could keep up with that. And Fortinet definitely could. So they met our needs, and we certainly provided a lot of challenges to them. And I take some ribbing for that now, as maybe being the difficult customer before. But I think it's made me better understand the challenges on both sides, and it's made me better suited for my role today.
But it sounds like that experience that you brought, having been a customer first in the industry, and then actually growing, with them and adding new things as they came up really helps you now in your role in the retail space.
100%. I see the challenges from both sides. So whether you're talking about a distributed network, highly franchised environments, single store environments, I've worked in all of them, and I know the challenges that come with that, not only from deploying technology rapidly, working with budgets, both OpEx and CapEx, that are strapped in a traditionally financial strapped market in general. And so having that knowledge of how to work with the customers in that regard, what they actually need for solutions, not pitching them a product, but actually trying to solve a solution or solve a problem for them with a solution. I think it has really helped me on this side. And we've brought that not only to myself, but leading the technology aspect of our retail focused team. We definitely made sure that we have now a focus on retail, that it can't just be handled as a piece of a pie, that we need to have a specialized group to focus on retail.
The IFBTA is very appreciative of the support and confidence and partnership that Fortinet has put in joining us as a global industry partner. And Court, I really want to thank you for your time today to introduce us officially as a member of the IFBTA, and also to explain a little bit more of the vision of the company, what you offer to the industry, but actually your own personal experience having made the transition from being an operator, being on the other side of supporting the operators in the industry. So welcome to the IFBTA, and thank you so much for your support and your time today to chat with us.
Absolutely, Rob. Thank you for having me.
Great. Rob Grimes with the IFBTA and with our global industry partner, Fortinet.